The great work is ready to begin. Good. Very good. Vault-Tec workshops require... their control board to function. During emergencies, the procedure is to store it in the reactor room. Look in there, you should find it. You aren't what I was expecting. You do have a Pip-Boy. You're from a vault. But you're clearly not with Vault-Tec. What are you doing here? Why did you help me?
I heard the Vault-Tec radio beacon, and I came.
Those intruders must have triggered it by attempting to force the main door. I wasn't actually expecting anyone to answer it. After all this time, my name is Valerie Barstow, and I was to be the overseer of this vault. But please, follow me. I have a proposal for you. It's been a hard 200 years. I was giving a tour of what was to be my pride and joy. My vault. Then, the earthquakes. Sirens. Many died. Perhaps they were lucky. The radiation. Somehow, I was spared.
Hey.
What a momentous day. They've never done anything hostile towards me, though. It's probably best if you put them out of their misery. Do what you have to do. It's better to put the poor fellows out of their misery at last. I'll wait for you to finish. It's better to put the poor fellows out of their misery at last. I'll wait for you to finish. It's better. I'll wait. Better. Fellows out of their misery at last. Do what you have to do. I tried digging my way to the entrance. With that control board, I could have changed everything. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going. Here, among these papers is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital. A series of prototypes and their related, well, experiments that could redefine society. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
What are these experiments?
Ingenious devices that will improve the efficiency and health of a community. They are admittedly prototypes and may have a design flaw or two, but nothing that can't be fixed with some elbow grease.
You mentioned Dr. Braun? Who is he?
Dr. Braun is the head of the Societal Preservation Plan. A brilliant scientist and administrator. And, no doubt, dead. A tremendous loss.
Go on, then.
This vault was meant to be spacious, full of trained staff, trusted subordinates and scientists. Despite how things have played out, I see opportunity. Let us work together, as partners.
If you need me so bad, make it worth my while.
What I want is a partner. But if money will convince you, here, take this. Do we have a deal?
What's my role?
I recognize that you are in a superior bargaining position. I'll handle the mundane nuts and bolts of vault management. Anything you want, I'm happy to accommodate. All I ask is you run the prototype experiments.
Let's do this, then.
Good. Excellent. We cannot begin until I have my overseer's desk. To run the experiments, the information in the desk's terminal will prove vital. I entrust you with the future of our vault. Vault 88. Finally, my overseer's desk. And a proper Vault-Tec terminal. This. Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long. But we must not dally. The work compels us. The Vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects.
So what makes perfect test subjects?
Healthy. Well, healthy enough. And people we can get an accurate baseline on quickly. And they need a willingness to take on a certain element of risk.
After all these years, you don't want to leave?
When I finally have a chance to complete my mission? Never. It's all I've been thinking about, dreaming about, for hundreds of years.
Let's find ourselves a guinea pig.
The Vault-Tec Handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word, no matter how apt. Turn on the Vault's radio beacon. Certainly people above ground would give anything to live in our vault. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments. the line. Wasted.
No way I'm cracking this.
to the Boston Public Library. The library is currently closed. The library is currently closed.
Why is the library closed?
The library is experiencing some technical difficulties. Please check our hotline for more details.
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your 6-digit employee ID number.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor. Please enjoy your visit. Mind the mess. We are currently undergoing maintenance.
Protect and serve.
Attention! Security breach near rear entrance.
Intruder.
Visitors and employees are
Identify
advised to
yourself.
cover every
Commencing
outcome.
attack on hostile target. It's right there. Commencing lawful use of deadly force. Initiating search for hostile target. Target.
Do it! Scream! Scream for mercy! Wounded!
Law and order has prevailed.
Security breach neutralized. Visitors may now come and go as they please. All employees, please return to work.
You're back. How'd it go at the library? Get rid of those super mutants.
The library computer said I earned some kind of credit?
Oh, right. I remember that. They used to pay kids to round up the old library books, since they had so much trouble with people returning them. Guess if you found more books, you'll get more credit. Buy whatever prizes the machines still have in them. Speaking of which, it sounds like you finished the job. Thanks for your help. That library deserves to be left in peace.
I heard you walked that Freedom Trail. What, you some kind of, what do they call it? History buff?
Ah, the robber. Hey, I paid up, so get lost.
Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive. Not willing to stand for that kind of shit.
Ah, the robber. Hey, I paid up, so get lost.
Not a lot of folks would travel with a ghoul, even one with my kind of
Man,
charisma.
I could really use a cigarette.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here. Yeah.
So a ghoul walks into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve ghouls here." Ghoul says, "That's fine. Is the human fresh?"
I'm feeling overdue for some reconstructive surgery. Ooh, maybe I'll go blonde next time. I could use some fun.
In case you're wondering, the Diamond City radio signal comes in loud and clear here. That's rather...
Hi.
I've been working on improvements for the costume. You ready for me to get to work?
Then let's do this.
Let me see. I salvaged some mint combat armor. And these plates should really be a step up in protection. Come back later, okay? I got some more ideas.
Hey.
Sorry, Shroud. I don't have any upgrades ready.
Looking good, neighbor. You handle your own problems, or you end up dead.
Excuse me.
This area is under our protection. There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
Hey.
Everyone's here, General. There it is. Pretty impressive, huh? Its real name is Fort Independence, but the Minutemen always just called it the castle. Now you can see why I wanted to take it back.
Why do we need this place again?
The radio tower is the most important part, but with a bit of work, this place could be a really strong outpost. Know what I mean?
Maybe. Those walls could definitely use some work.
I'll admit, it's seen better days. But the Minutemen have never been afraid of hard work. Our primary objective is to clear the courtyard. That's where we should see the most opposition. The wall on this side is the most exposed. But if we circle around south, we could also reach the main gate.
What are we waiting for? Let's just get in there and shoot those lobsters.
No,
If we split up, we can flank them from both sides. It'll be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Why not let them come to us? We set up a firing line on this side, and you can draw them out.
Well, General, what do you think?
Set up a firing line, and I'll draw them out.
Sounds good. We'll hold back and wait for them to come to us. Just don't get yourself trapped in there. All right, people. You heard the General. Let's move out. Try not to draw their attention until we're in position.
Trouble.
It's over. For now.
I guess they aren't gonna need that anymore.
Is everybody okay? What's that noise? Is it over?
I think I got something over here. I knew it.
Okay, I can't see.
You see that?
Okay, here we go.
Right, that's over. Damn. Looks like they've been nesting. We're gonna have to take out these eggs, or they'll be back before we know it.
Looks like a hold up inside old buildings. The walls are probably full of them.
Sure looks that way. Here's how we're gonna play this. You hold here in the courtyard and take care of any eggs you find. The General and I will clear the walls.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this, General. Got something over there. Wait, something's out there. That's it. Now you're mine. Opening fire. I think that's all of them. What the hell was that? Damn it, where are you? Is that it? Hold up. Found you. All right. Good work, people. But we aren't done yet. The General and I are gonna have a look at the radio to see what shape it's in. The rest... Did you see that?
There we go.
Let's go see if there's anything left of the old transmitter. Well, it could be worse. See what you can do with it. I'm gonna go see what else is left around this old place.
Once I power this up, we'll be ready to broadcast.
Minutemen. Words come in that a settlement needs our help. Please respond if you can.
Hey.
Wow, we really did it. I've been watching the Minutemen fall to pieces for so long Now we've got to pay off on what we've started. Bring the whole Commonwealth together and make it last this time. So, you know, back to business. But with Radio Freedom up and running, we can broadcast alerts to you. Do you have a visual on this? Nothing to worry about. I'll find him. Bingo. That was all of it. Wow, we really did it. Now, so... I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Might want to have Night Captain Cade take a look at...
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Night Captain Cade for immediate decontamination. That is all.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother.
Look who's back. I take it everything went without a hitch.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
Good work. I knew counting on you was the right thing. As promised, here are your caps as payment. If you want to hit up another farm, just say the word. If these farmers realize what we did for them on a daily basis, they'd be lining up to help.
Human-looking synths?
Proctor.
The worst.
What can I get for you today?
I'm looking for some firepower.
Got some choice weapons.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet. I think he's giving me orders now.
Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, Knight. You have technical documents, perhaps? Or looking to assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in wonderful condition as well. Excellent work. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your...
I heard that Elder Maxson got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Yes, here you go.
Oh, this is perfect. Let me get these somewhere cold before they spoil. Here's some caps for the trouble. Remember, keep bringing me samples.
Scribe Mariah.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Have you synthesized any more of the X-111 compound?
Not yet. I still need a few more blood samples. Remember, keep bringing me samples, and I'll keep making you the compound.
for muster one more time, Captain Kel is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
What's our next move? It's getting late. Should we bivouac back out here or find a place to stay? Feeling creative today?
If someone needs help, we help them. If someone needs hurting, we hurt them. It's not hard. So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Hey, I heard what you did for old Travis. It was real nice of you.
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open. We sell everything. Skin packs and
I've got a few minutes to browse.
the highest...
Be careful when you head over to the Nakano residence. That whole area is pretty isolated.
Hey there.
I wonder what the story is between Mr. Nakano and Nick.
It's good to be back in Diamond City.
The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
I've been meaning to put Earl's case to bed for a while now. Glad you're up for it. So, what's your take on the case, Ellie?
On Earl? Well, he didn't have any enemies, that's for sure. Someone would have to notice you're alive first.
And Earl didn't exactly have the charisma to inspire any crimes of passion. So what's that leave us?
I don't know, Nick. It can't be the Institute, right?
Guess that's up to you to find out. Might want to pick up Earl's key from Vadim Bobrov. He runs the Dugout Inn.
Mr. Nakano seemed like a good sort, trying to make the best of things in a tough world. Remind you of anyone? Good luck
Nick,
with the case.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
No, I always got the sense Earl was interested in me. Figures he'd be the one to run off.
Even good people do crazy things when they're scared. Ought to be done. Diamond City's motto.
Hey.
I'm all in. Looks like you got something to say.
I think it's about time we called it quits.
Sure. Suppose.
Right?
Hey, you were the one that walked that freedom trail, right? That's good. Go. Freedom.
Come, have a drink. I didn't buy bar to sell water.
Earl Sterling used to work here, right?
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, terrible with women, mind you. Bull in china shop with them. You with Valentine's Detective Agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hired you people. Here, I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but yell at me for asking about it. I got a bar to run. Let me know if you want something.
You staying out of trouble?
You are checking up on me? I love it. Do not worry. I have cut ties with anyone who might try to kill me over debts. All is well, friend. Relax.
Let me think it over.
Your call.
Tell me if you need a room, otherwise the bar...
Did you know Earl Sterling?
One of my brother's old friends. Boy, the way those two would go on about girls, you'd think Vadim is loud now. Earl was a horrible womanizer, and I warned him more than once to leave the staff and customers alone, but my brother always stood up for him. Honestly, kinda glad he's gone. Wouldn't shut up about the new face he was going to get at the mega surgery center. Vain till the end. Anyway, did you want a room?
So, how's business?
Nothing I'd want to talk about.
Maybe later.
Yeah, sure.
Beat it.
Oh,
Nice Pip
hello
boy.
again. I can take your order whenever you're ready.
Been taken.
Thank the wall.
Did you work with Earl Sterling at all?
Oh, yeah, Earl. I mean, I know I shouldn't speak ill of the missing, but that guy needed to get out more. You'd think a bartender would be smooth, you know? Charming? Not Earl. He tried so hard, too. Way too hard. The real sad thing? He thought it was his looks. Kept talking about getting a new face over at the mega surgery. Wouldn't have helped. I should get back to work. Plenty of food and drinks available.
Maybe later.
Hit the bar if you change your mind.
Just buy or sell whatever you need and get lost.
Doc.
New patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Do you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery cellar. Probably just had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Anyway, we should get back to your immediate medical requirements.
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? You're talking about Earl, aren't you? You can't honestly think... You know what? Fine. If it'll put the matter to rest. Here, go see for yourself. But if I find one instrument out of place, you'll be getting the bill.
Where'd all this blood come from? It goes right into the basement.
Oh, Earl. You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
What did you do to Earl Sterling, Doctor?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. It was Earl. It was Earl who didn't want to be happy. Good patients get a nice new face. Bad patients bleed all over the floor because they want to screw up their surgeon's life.
You've killed a man, Doctor. You're going to pay for it. Put the gun down and come with me.
I did it, didn't I? I killed a man. Oh God. Well, there's so much blood. So much blood all over me. I can fix anything.
What's going on here? Is that Dr. Crocker?
Looks like it'll be a closed casket funeral.
I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Doc Crocker killed Earl Sterling. I found out, and then he killed himself. Guess he couldn't handle the guilt.
Dr. Crocker killed Earl? The facial reconstruction. So he really did go through with it. That explains a lot more than I'm comfortable with. Dr. Crocker always cared about his reputation, but this isn't human.
What are you gonna do now, Doctor?
Now I have a report to file, a mess to clean up, and a lot of explanations to give to our patients. You should get going. A medical professional should be the one to handle all this contamination.
So, you find out where Earl Sterling ran off to?
Why was I looking for Earl Sterling again?
Well, to help the folks down at the Dugout Inn get some closure about their friend, for one. That, plus a pile of caps when it's all said and done.
Earl never went anywhere. Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Crocker killed Earl? Gone as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
Crocker killed himself. He couldn't take the guilt.
Goodness. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the Dugout Inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out. Nick's not the type to turn someone away, but he's only one person. So sometimes things just pile up. You know, if you're up for another case, Nick got a holotape from an old partner, claiming he'd uncovered a mystery he wanted Nick's help solving. The tape's in that folder over there. Maybe you can get to the bottom of it. Poor Earl. Wouldn't wish something like that on anyone. The Marty Bullfinch case. Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time. If you see him, tell Marty I say, hey, where's my 20 caps?
Professor, I have a new theory about how the Institute makes the synths.
Oh no. We've been talking about this, remember? After last time, the shouting, me sleeping on the cold floor of the lab for 3 nights.
That was your choice.
And seriously, growing synths from the ground using recombinant plant nuclei? I mean, how could they even?
Aha! You do want to talk about it.
Oh look, we have a visitor. Dr. Duff, dear. If you could bother them while I walk away from this conversation.
Hi there. Are you here for today's free biology lesson?
Biology lesson?
That's right. Usually the kids from the schoolhouse are the first to drop by, but I don't see why I can't start the lesson with you. Now, we all talk about radiation like it's a single thing, but it's actually a term referring to dozens of different ionizing rays. You have X-rays, beta rays, gamma rays, but which one are we most worried about? The one most associated with the big old bombs 200 years ago.
Gamma rays?
That's right. Now, gamma rays are bad. Really bad. If your body absorbs too much of that kind of radiation, you'll suffer from fatigue, anemia, even death. But some life forms have been living with gamma radiation exposure for 2 centuries now, and they've adapted. Neat, huh?
What kinds of things have adapted to radiation?
Oh, that's the perfect segue into the field trip portion of the lesson. Are you ready?
Field trip?
That's right. You go out, do some science of your own, and come back. I usually have a prize for the best junior scientist, which I guess is just automatically going to you. What do you say?
Sign me up.
You're gonna go out and find a bloatfly gland. You see, the oversized bloatfly of today evolved from an earlier species of a smaller fly. Radioactive adaptation has resulted in a unique gland that enables it to balance and maintain speed despite its size. So what do you say? Ready to go out and dissect one?
I do a job. I get paid.
Money? Oh. How about 125 caps?
We're talking hunting a giant mutated bug. There's risks.
That would explain why some students don't come back. How about 150 caps?
I need more. For science.
Well, if it's for science, 200.
Get the blowfly gland. Got it.
Remember, bring the gland back in one piece. Oh, and don't chew on it. One of the students got horribly sick because of that mistake.